Hey guys, it's Santiago here. The CEO and founder of Fourth Lane Media, and in this training, I'll show you the spine-chilling email and SMS marketing strategy that made our clients over 50 million in revenue last year. Right? So, who is this training for? So, this training is for ecom founders whose email and SMS marketing strategies are driving less than 30% of their total brand revenue. Right? Ecom founders selling great products and driving hordes of traffic to their stores that haven't found a way to retain and squeeze it. E-com founders that are losing money on their paid traffic efforts and need a reliable source of predictable sales to have more money. So if that's you, this is your training, right? This is also for e-com founders who want to spend more time bringing in more traffic to their store instead of spending half of their day thinking about emails, right? Founders who have hired other email agencies that are not bringing any result, right? This is also for founders whose only email strategy or teams whose only email strategy is blasting their entire list like a bull in a china shop, right? These are founders that have free books, bought courses, searched on Facebook groups and YouTube for information about email and SMS marketing, but are still struggling to implement the teachings, right? This is basically for you if you don't have a proven way to retain and generate more and more money out of every new customer that you get, right? So basically the core concept, right? The core concept of this training is that I want to show you an email marketing and sales marketing system that just prints money for businesses and brands, right? And that has allowed us as an agency to make over $50 million for our clients in the last 12 months, right? And this is really what I found to be the hidden secret for profitability and growth for e-com brands of all different sizes, right? Making $50,000 per month, $100,000 per month, $500,000 per month, a million per month, 2 million, right? 10 million a year, right? And yet, almost no businesses are actually paying attention to this system. And if they are, in the rare chance that they are, they're not doing it right. So I want to help you fix that in just a couple of minutes, right? So my main goal for this training is to show you the most under leveraged email and SMS marketing strategy, right? And how you can use this system to make the most out of your paid traffic and unlock 10x more profit per new client. And I'll show you how to do that, right? And those are not made up numbers, right? These are real statistics that we've seen with working with over 150 plus e-com brands. I'm pulling their hard data to show you guys exactly what to do to be able to scale faster and further using email and SMS marketing, right? So as I said, my plan in this training is to give you a blueprint to make more sales and be more profitable in your business today, so you can use those profits to reinvest in your business and grow, right? And I want to start this training by saying that acquisition is extremely hard, right? Day in and day out, we keep seeing the cost of acquiring a new customer on any given channel, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube ads, or TikTok ads, or whatever, becoming more and more expensive over time. All right. And if we're honest, we cannot fight against that fact, right? The fact that advertising costs are rising and they will never be as cheap as they used to. However, what we can do is implement the right strategies in your business so acquisition costs become irrelevant to your brand. Yes, you heard that. Irrelevant, right? So basically, this is the old way of doing e-commerce, right? And it is based on real numbers that I've seen from working with over 150 e-com brands, right? So you will get a new customer comes in and they spend $30 worth of products in your store, right? the advertising cost to go out and acquire that customer, let's say on average it was $15. Then we have a product cost, right, that of $10. And as a brand, also need to get this ship to the customer. It'll cost another $3, right? And again, I just wanted to clarify that these are averages that I have pulled out from information and data from 150 e-commerce brands that I've worked with in in all of these years of having my email agency, right? So let's recap. You get a new customer for that is worth $30, right? The cost for acquiring that customer was $15, right? Then we have the product cost of $10, and the shipping another $3. So at the end of this operation, even if you're a media buyer buying Wizard and your average order value is at a healthy rate, you're lucky to walk away with $3, right? However, if we add up to this math, the cost associated with having a team or fulfillment or returns or transaction fees, then we found out that on average, right, 95% of the brands that do things in the old way always end up on red numbers when acquiring new customers, right? So we need to think about all this process in a different way. Because if you're still running your business in the paradigm of the old way, you'll never be able to grow. Actually, if you keep doing things that way, right? If you keep doing things that way, you'll lose so much money that you won't be able to sustain your brand. And you'll probably be out of business with the next iOS update, right? Remember what happened with iOS 14? Many businesses that were relying on cold traffic and media buying strategies and tactics to be profitable on one-time purchasers, they got out of business. However, my clients, right, these huge brands that I work with that have implemented the strategies that I'll show you in the next couple of minutes, they were not surviving. They were taking these brands launches. We were making money, right? Because we already had a system that allowed us to maybe lose a little bit of money or break even in cold in Facebook ads or TikTok ads or YouTube. But at the end of the day, we knew that we're going to profit 10x, right? The cost per acquisition. So in this training, I'll show you the most profitable machine that you can install in your business today to generate more profit and more revenue to be able to grow your brand and achieve your goals. And the best thing, I'll show you how to do it fast, right? In other words, I'll show you the new way, right? And the new way is called the CADO strategy, right? And basically what the CADO strategy is basically throwing your customers into a machine that will multiply their spend in your store, right? Right? Now, let's come back to the past example, right? A product you buy for 10 and sell it for 30 only nets you 20 in profit. If it costs you 15 in ad spend to make the sale and 5 to ship it and pay transaction fulfillment fees, it means you break even, right? Now, when we install the CADO strategy in your brand, we can turn that one-time buyer into a second buyer, even a third-time buyer. So instead of this new customer spending $30 in one transaction, right? As we see it here in the old way of doing things, now they'll spend up to 90 with 2 more transactions down the line, which means at the end of the operation, you end up making $90 revenue and 40 in net profit. Because you didn't have to pay a cost for acquisition for the other 2 sales, right? That's the magic right there. You don't have to, when you use email marketing and SMS marketing, you don't have to pay for acquisition costs every time a current customer buys again, right? So basically, as let me load this here. So basically, if you look at the math, when you stop doing the old thing and install the new thing of the CADO strategy in your business, you make 4x more money. And that's not all. Because we've discovered that once you install this CADO strategy in your business, repeated buyers tend to spend even more money than your average first time buyers. So if you do things right, you can actually get a customer to spend two, three, four, 5x more money the second and third time they come around. And well, that translates into even more profit for you, right? So imagine that same customer comes back through, and instead of spending $90 in three transactions, imagine we're able to double that transaction value. So we will have $180 for the top line, 15 to acquire the customer. Product cost, well, almost doubles because you have more products to actually ship. So let's say it is $50. The shipping cost is $15. And notice the profit at the end of the operation, $100. That's 10x more revenue if we compare it to the old way, right? This is the old way. This is the new way, right? So literally, you only spent $15 to acquire the customer to get 100 profit down the line, right? It looks like a sick deal, isn't it? If I go out to the street and a stranger asks me $15 to get 100 back, bro, I will do that deal infinite times, you know? So basically, this is what you'll learn in this training, right? You'll learn um, you'll learn how to install the CADO strategy in your business to make more revenue, more profit, and ultimately grow your brand and achieve your goals by taking advantage of your current and new customers using email and SMS marketing. Now, before we move on, I just want to let you know who I am. So basically, my name is Santiago, a man who 2 years ago was selling $5 videos on Fiverr, and now is the founder of Fourth Planet Media, an email and SMS marketing agency that has generated more than $15 million on email sales, helping brands scale to 7 and 8 figures per year on email marketing revenue. Right now, be prepared because I'm going to name drop like a gossip magazine. Because some of my clients include Dermaclada, Boomba, AJ Bujaj, Manscaped, Outwork, Spark, Super Squiggles, Orchid, Your Parking Space, Colorlens, Fission, right? Torn Yellow, Current Clarity, right? Dorsal. And all of these brands reach millions of people on a daily basis. And many people see my client roster and think I have some kind of magical power for attracting clients or some insane connections in the industry. But, well, the real answer is I just get unbelievable results from my clients. And, and well, I'm proud of my track record, you know? And well, something that I almost forgot to tell you guys is that I'm a Klaviyo agency partner. So yeah, basically, that's who I am. Now, let's get to the nitty gritty of this training, the four-step CADO strategy, right? So CADO stands for capture, automate, deploy, and optimize, right? These are the four steps of the CADO strategy: capture, automate, deploy, and optimize. So the first step to getting a successful retention strategy up and running is capture, right? And well, the most underrated strategy in email marketing is the contact capture strategy. but for me, it's the most important one because it will help us gather subscribers that we can later email and make money out of, right? So the more subscribers on our list, the more money we make, and most importantly, this is a strategy that will help us feed one of the most important email flows that we'll see later in step two, which is a welcome flow, right? The more people we get into the welcome flow, the more money we'll literally instantly make, right? So what's a contact capture? Is a form that pops up to your visitors when they land on your website, offering an incentive in exchange for a name, an email, or SMS, a phone number, right? And this incentive could be a percentage off, $1 off, a free product, a free chance to X, free chance to get your first order for free, free chance to get your first two orders for free, right? It could also be free shipping or unlock X off your first two orders, well, etc. So the action step here is to create and optimize a pop-up offer and design until we see an 8 to 12% sign-up rate, right? And these are some examples of high converting pop-ups that you can use, right? So, for example, this is the pop-up of Magic Spoon, right? Win a free cereal, enter for daily chances to win a 1 month supply of Magic Spoon. Like our cereal, our emails contain no junk, right? You see that copywriting game that right there? Amazing. Enter your email here, enter the contest, right? This other example, right, that you can uh, inspire from. So, do you like free stuff? Because we do. Subscribe to our emails and we'll send you our extra strength whitening wand for free. Right? So this is the pop-up of Snow. Really, really, really good offer and copywriting and design right there. So this is the another example from Taft. Enter to win a free pair of boots or shoes. Enter your email address and continue. Super, super simple, however strong offer. This also another example from Super Squiggles. A free order, sign up now for a chance to get your first order for free. First name, email, sign up. Super, super simple. And well, this sign up for right here is converting like at a 12, 13% sign up rate, you know? And well, here's how to set them up on Klaviyo. Great. So the first thing in order to create a sign up form is, of course, opening your Klaviyo account. Then we go here into this button where it says sign up forms. It will take us to a page that look like this. If it is your first time creating a, a pop-up for your store, then you'll find a dashboard that looks like this one, in which Klaviyo will give you pre-made templates that you can customize. In this case, I'm going to use this one. So in here we put the name, which is super super important that you name this correctly, so you can later uh, find your pop-up easily and will see the data. So in here we'll name it pop-up 1, 10% off, so we know what's the pop-up about, and newsletter list, right? Email subscriber list, newsletter. This is super super important that you choose the right list in which you'll be sending your subscribers to, right? Then you click create form, and it will take you to a page that look like this one. So in here we're ready to start customizing our pop-up, right? So a couple of elements to be aware of is, well, here we have an image, here we have a headline, subheadline, an email input, a button or call to action, right? And this is the first pop-up, right? After someone opts in, right, if they put their email and clicking continue, then they get a success message in which we well, thank them for signing up, and also we give them instructions on what to do next, right? Also, in the middle of these two steps, you can have another step, right? And this is called multi-step forms, right? So you have your email opt-in, you have your success message, but in between, you can have multiple pop-ups asking for more and more information. So let's say you're running a clothing brand and you want the name, the email, but also you want to know the gender because you sell for men and women. So maybe in this one, you want to add another if input where people can say, hey, I'm male or I'm female, right? Or let's say you are I don't know, selling pet products, right? So in here you ask for email, and then in the other one you ask for your for the pet name, right? So then you can customize all of your emails, right? And for example, your subject lines using the pet name of the subscriber, right? So there are multiple ways that you can use this multi-step form to gather more and more information. However, in this training, we'll just stick to the basic, and well, we'll get rid of this one because we just want name and email, right? So let's start customizing, right? So basically, this is what I want to create. So super simple. Um, we have here the headline, which help us. Um, which is super important because the headline is what will uh, grab the attention, right, of your visitors. Then we have a subheadline which gives more information about the offer given in the headline, right? And then if you click here in add blocks, you can and for example you want another input such as name, then you drag and drop text input here, you put it right above email, and then here you put first name, and here we look for first name. There we go. So yeah, basically what's left is the call to action. So it could be use my code. There we go. I'll get rid of this one because anyway people can close the form using this button here. And let's customize color of the button. Here we go. Now, if you want to change the image or add another image, then just go here, add blocks, and well, drag and drop it, right? But as we already have the pre-made template, we just click here in replace. We upload the images that we want to use here, and then in image library, we can just pick them. So there we go. And we have the first part of our pop-up done. We have 80% done now. Then let's customize the success message, right? And basically what I want to say here is thanks for signing up, and then giving more information about what to do next. And we always want to redirect them to check their email, right? Super important, so we can ensure open rate in the first email of the welcome flow, and also great deliverability. And then we replace this picture for this one, and here we have a high converting pop-up that we created in less than what 3-4 minutes. So we have the headline, unlock 10% off, the subheadline, enter your name and email to receive 10% off your next purchase. We have first name, email, bottom, great image here, that represents the brand tone of voice and look and feel and well overall products. And then we have a success measures that tells subscribers what to do next, right? So super simple. Now it's time for you to execute, right? Now, after that's done, we move into the second step of this strategy, which is automate, right? So, what's an automation? Well, an automation is a series of emails that get triggered based on website or purchase behavior, right? So, let's say when you go into a brand store and you add products to cart, and then you leave the site and you start getting emails reminding you to go back and purchase. For example, when you purchase something from a brand and you start getting emails well, around the audience you just purchase, right? Or when you go into a brand, you sign up to the newsletter and you start getting the welcome emails. So basically, that's an automation, a series of emails that get triggered based on website or purchase behavior. However, before we dive deep into automation, I need you guys to understand something called the customer life journey. All right. So what's the customer life journey? Well, it is basically the path that every customer follows to make a purchase. And this journey has five main stages, right? So the first stage is awareness, then consideration, then purchase, then retention, and then loyalty. And in each stage of this customer life journey, what we want to do is increase conversions using automated flows, right? And here's the thinking behind it. So first, we have the awareness stage, right? So this the point where, let's say, for example, uh, you are there's a customer, right? There's a prospect, and they see one of your ads in TikTok, right? They get interested in your brand's offerings and they go and click into your call to action and they go to your website, right? So that's the point where the customer first becomes aware of your business offerings and wants to learn more about your business. So it's typically considered the most important phase in this cycle. And in this stage, we want to automate the welcome flow, which is a flow that gets triggered once a visitor subscribes to the newsletter through the pop-up, right? And what we want to do with this flow is introduce your brand to the prospect and take advantage of that first interest to make them buy. So basically, this is how it will look like, right? This is how we do it at Fourth Line Media. So in the first email, we give the bait offer in the pop-up, right? In this case, we're giving a 10% off discount. So in the first email, we send it right away after someone subscribes and we give the code, right? Then in the second email, what you guys want to do is introduce your brand to the reader, right? And give value, right? Explain how people can benefit from your products, right? Show the breadth of products, testimonials, UGC, warranties, right? Uh, and well, overall give value. Then in the third email, you guys want to promote your best sellers, all right, your featured collection, or give more value around your brand, your products, and your unique value proposition. Then in the email four, what you want to do is add value and remind people about the code, right? So if they haven't bought at this point, you want to remind them that they have a code that they can use, and then you want to tell them how to use it and in what products they can use it, right? And then the fifth email is just remind people about the code and add urgency, right? So this is a sequence where we're giving value, we're indoctrinating the reader into our brand, we're showing our breadth of products, our unique value proposition, warranties, UGC content, right? We're giving value, we're being entertaining, we're delivering infotainment, right? And then after that's done, after we have indoctrinated the client, and we have given a lot of value, then we go for the kill, right? And then we use urgency strategies to make the sale, right? So after you guys set up this welcome flow, which is on average the most important flow in your mix because it's on average the highest revenue generating flow, then after you guys do so, we move into the consideration stage, right? So basically, this is a stage where your prospects have done their initial research and are aware of some of your products, right? Or the options they can choose from. However, their research phase isn't over yet. All right. They have narrowed down their options. They already know what products they will be interested in buying. However, they're skeptical, right? They're skeptical. So in this stage, uh, basically they're comparing you to other products in the market, to other solutions. They're making price comparisons, reading customer reviews, checking out competitors, and learning more about the details of your products to see if it could be in fact what they have been looking for. So in this stage, we automate the following flows, which are the set abandonment flow, browse abandonment flow, and checkout abandonment flow. So this is the setup abandonment flow. The setup abandonment flow is a flow that gets triggered when a subscribe goes to your site and then leaves without doing any other action. So in this flow, we want to showcase the main offerings of your brand and invite the reader to come back again to the site. And this is an example of the Shivery, a brand that is doing a really, really good setup abandonment email, right? Then we have the browse abandonment flow. So the browse abandonment flow is sent to visitors who went to the site and viewed a specific product in the store, but never added to cart or placed an order. In this email series, we want to remind the reader about the product that you were browsing and invite them to come back to the site and buy. All right, so this is an example that we made. This is a browse abandonment flow that we made for First Parts, a client of ours. Then we have the checkout abandonment flow, and the checkout abandonment flow is basically a flow that gets triggered when a shopper that has initiated the checkout process doesn't finish the purchase, right? And the entire purpose of this flow is to close the deal with an interested list, right? So in the first email, what we want to do is remind people about the product left in cart. In the second email, what we want to do is rebate objections because, well, some brands, some teams, some marketing teams, some email agencies, what they will do when you ask them to do or to create an abandoned cart flow, they will just do like a reminders, right? But we have to understand that there are three different tiers of audiences that do not that add a product to cart but do not purchase, right? So yeah, as I said, there are multiple reasons why these people don't purchase, and I have categorized it in three main audiences. First is the audience that they were adding the product to cart and they suddenly have to do something else. Something came up, they got busy, and they were unable to check out and purchase right away, right? Then we have the audience that maybe they were skeptical about the product. You know, they were skeptical, like, hey, does it work? Right? What's the warranty on this? Will this actually arrive to my doorstep? So that's the second audience, right? People that are skeptical, they have objections. Then we have the third tier of audience, and it is people that the only thing that is preventing them from buying is, well, price, right? So if you only rely to doing like email reminders, you are never going to tackle down the second and third tiers of audiences. Therefore, you're going to miss out on a ton of sales. So, for example, this is the email flow that we crafted for Fission, a brand we're working with. So, in the first email, what we're doing is an email reminder, right? We're addressing the first tier of people, of audience, people that were busy and they couldn't complete the purchase. So maybe after 1 hour, 2 hours, or 3 hours of they adding to cart but not purchasing, we send an email reminder so they can go ahead and complete their purchase. However, in the second email, we turn into addressing those objections, right? Our customers have, right? So in here we rebate those objections, we show social proof, and also we show our guarantees, right? So in here we are addressing the second tier of audience, which is people that were skeptical about the product, right? And we're reducing that skepticism by rebating objections, showing social proof, showing guarantees, right? So we're making them feel safe about the decision they're just about to make. And then the third email, in here in the third and fourth email, what we want to do is address the third tier of audience, which is people that didn't purchase because of price, So in the third email, we're introducing a discount, right? And then in the fourth email, what we're doing is remind people about the discount and add urgency, right? So go ahead, create the set abandonment flow, browse abandonment flow, and check out abandonment flow. And after that's done, then we move into the action stage of the customer life journey. So great. So here we arrive at the stage where a prospect becomes a customer. They've already evaluated the brand's offerings and have already bought from you. But once our hard work in the prior stages results into a sale, there's no time to rest, right? So I'm going to show you a post-purchase flow that I craft for a client, right, in the pet niche, which is working really, really great. And well, let me get into my computer. I have it here. And the first email is a bounce back email, right? So a bounce back email is an immediate offer right after someone purchases, right? So right after someone purchases, we ask, do you want to add anything to your cart? Do you want to add anything into your order? Right? Sorry. So in this one is like an immediate increase of customer lifetime value, right? That's the purpose in this first email. That's a bounce back email in which we say, hey, thank you for your purchase. Your order has been successfully processed. However, one of our agents saw that your package has some extra room in it, and we thought that you would like to add something before we finally ship it out, right? To help you out with that, we're offering a 20% off code so you can add items to your cart at a discounted price, right? So use this code, blah, 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 blah. And then we show some recommended products that they can buy with that code, right? So super, super simple email that results into a massive, massive, massive amount of sales, right? So right after someone purchases, we send them this bounce back email in which we want to immediately increase their customer lifetime value. Then, after a couple of hours, we send them this message from the founder email, in which say your order is confirmed. Hi there, this is founder's name, the founder of this brand, blah blah blah. Blah. We wanted to thank you for your purchase. Well, blah 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 blah. The only thing that we want to do here is just thank the client for the purchase. Then the third email is we're sending value around the items purchase, right? So hey, we know you have a couple of cues about how to use the product. So in this email, we're answering those cues, and also what we're doing outside of adding value around the items purchase is slightly upselling or cross-selling another item. Then the fourth email is where, well, we directly go for the kill and we do an upsell. So in this case is why you just only buy one if you can buy an air purifier for all of your rooms, right? And well, in here, what we want to do is for people to make more purchases of the same product. And then the last and final email is just an email in which we want to ask people for, well, to leave a review or to give us some kind of UGC, right? Which is super, super important nowadays. So the first email is a bounce back email, then a message from the founder, then value around the items purchase plus an upsell, a slight upsell. And then the fourth email is, well, directly upselling, cross selling an item. And then the fifth and last email is, well, asking people for UGC or to leave a review, right? Now, it is far easier, right? And roughly 5 times cheaper to retain an existing customer than it is to acquire a new one, right? Also, it's hard to build enough trust with a prospect to turn them into a first time buyer. So once you've gained their trust, right? Once you've gained their trust, you should be working really, really hard to maintain it, right? And this is where we come to the retention phase, right? The retention phase is all about deepening the relationship with the customer after the first sale so they are more likely to buy from you again, right? And well, there's this stat that I love, right? I found out this stat a couple of years ago, and well, I just love it. And when I have the opportunity, I always quote it. And basically, this stat says that there is a 20% chance that a 1x buyer converts into a 2x buyer. But once they are a 2x buyer, it is 60% more likely they become a third, fourth, and fifth time buyer, right? So definitely you want to work hard to make your buyers make that second purchase, because once they make that second purchase, it's more likely they're going to come back again and again to your brand to buy, right? And well, here are some flows that you guys can automate on this retention stage of the customer life journey, right? So for example, we have the back in stock flow. So basically, this often used in apparel brands, supplement brands, beauty brands. When a product has sold out and you guys restock, then you send this uh, alert through email, right? And these are some of examples of some brands that are doing it really, really well. So, for example, Uniqlo, right? You're in luck. That sold out item you loved is back in stock, and they show the exact product that is back on stock, right? And a call to action. Then we have the example of this other brand. So super clear. It's back. A picture of the product that is back, and well, some customer reviews and a strong call to action. Then we have an example of Sephora. So it's back. The beauty you've been looking at is back in stock. Check it out, right? So basically, what we want to do here is take advantage of our current customers to keep to make them come back again and buy from us again and again and again. This is an example of an upsell and cross-sell flow from Adidas, and I think it's really, really good. So what they did here is complete your look, right? And well, this copywriting strategy, I love it. So hi Christine, thanks for your recent order with Adidas. We hope you're loving your new items. Are you searching for something else to complete your look? We got you covered, right? And then they show some product recommendations. Then we have a win back flow. So let's say that a customer bought from you 90 days ago, but they haven't come back to purchase again. So basically, what we want to do is incentivize that second or third purchase after some time of their first purchase. And what we want to do here is send them a series of emails in which we tell them, hey, thank you for being a part of our brand. However, well, we miss you and we will love if you come back. And here's a code, and well, use it now because it won't be forever. Yeah, right. So in this flow, what we're doing is incentivizing that second purchase with this win back flow. Another retention flow that you guys can use and that I love it is the first purchase anniversary. So this is an example from Grammarly. So happy Grammarversary. 1 year has passed since you first joined Grammarly. See below for a special reward to commemorate this day. And then in here they give a 40% off Grammarly, right? So basically you set up in this in Klaviyo, 365 days after the first purchase, you send this email. Other flows that you guys can create for this stage are the low in stock flow, the milestone flow, re-engagement flow, the because you click flow, the because you open flow, and the loyalty flow, right? In this retention stage, like, well, there are endless flows that you could create for your brand and that will ultimately help increase that customer lifetime value. And well, I won't go over them because it will took me like a day to show you all of the retention flows that I always set up for my clients. But if you set up some of these, you'll be good, right? You won't be doing as good as my clients that have this whole stack, but well, you'll be increasing your customer lifetime value by a lot, comparing if you don't have this flow. Now, after the retention phase has been automated, then we move into the advocacy stage, right? And this is the last stage of the customer life journey and the hardest to achieve, right? This is the phase of the customer journey where the customer becomes an active advocate for a brand. They start saying great things about you and your company. They refer their friends and family to you, and they generate the most powerful kind of marketing your company can ever have, which is word of mouth, right? And well, here's one flow that will help you make the most out of this loyal audience, and it's the VIP flow. So the VIP flow has one, two, three, four flow for emails. In the first email, we are announcing that they have just become a VIP member. So the first thing you have to do prior to setting up this flow is defining your VIP audience. So you can define it either through number of purchases or average or the worth of the customer. So you can either say that your VIPs are purchasers that have purchased more than 3 times or purchasers that have spent more than $500, right? So once you create that segment and once someone meets that condition, let's say they purchase 3 times, then we automatically send this VIP flow announcing they just become a VIP member, right? And we're thanking them and we're giving them special perks, right? And well, throughout this flow, what we're doing is giving them codes, treating them in a special way, giving them free access, and also well incentivizing that. Incentivizing them to be a brand ambassador, right? Or do some kind of ambassador activity, such as reposting you on their social media, referring friends, well, whatever. So after all of these flows that I just show you are set up and we are done with the second step of the CADO strategy, then we move into the third step of our strategy, which is deploy. And when I say deploy, I mean sending campaigns, right? So there's a difference between flows and campaigns. A flow is an automated series of emails, right, that get sent based on website or purchase behavior, as I just uh, teach you, right, in the last couple of minutes. However, a campaign is a one-time send to a group of people, right? So we have emails that are automated, and we have emails that we manually send, right? And well, in order to start deploying campaigns, you got to contemplate two things first, right? The first one is segmentation. So within any email list, you have multiple pockets of audiences in different stages of the customer life journey. Right? So let's say you have an email list of 50,000 subscribers. Not every subscriber is the same, right? You have people that have bought from you multiple times, but you also have people that are subscribed to your list but have never bought, right? You have people that have purchased 1 time, 2 times, people that have purchased 1 time, but their average order value was $1,000, and you have people that have purchased 1 time and what they bought was worth $30, right? So you have multiple pockets of audiences, right? And each of these audiences needs a special message to convert, right? And a big mistake most email marketing agencies and most email marketing teams, where most brands are doing, is they default to blasting their entire email list with general and irrelevant content, right? And you guys will never succeed if you keep doing that, right? And your email list will likely die out, right? Because you're not giving people what they need. Therefore, there's gonna come a point of diminishing returns in which people we will no longer open your emails and will no longer keep buying from you, right? Because the reasons why someone that has bought from you multiple times keeps buying are different from the reasons why someone that has never bought from you makes the decision to buy for the first time, right? And each of these multiple pockets of audiences have different reasons, right? And need different content in order to keep converting or convert for the first time. So basically, this is the first thing that you guys need to understand, right? Segmentation. And once you have understood this, then we move into the second stage or the second pillar of any campaign send, which is content, right? So after picking which audiences you're going after defining what are the most valuable segments in your brand, after defining your first time buyers, your third time buyers, your VIP buyers, your engagers, right? Etc. 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 After doing so, what you want to do is tailor a specific message for each of these audiences to convert. All right. So here's an example. Let's say we're going after the next segment. Customers that have placed an order at least 3 times in the last 3 months and revenue is greater than 3x average order value. So this is a super, super high valuable audience, right? So let's do the exercise to put ourselves in the shoes of this audience and think about what will make them move forward again, right? So if I put myself into the shoes of this audience, right, that they have bought 3 times and what they have spent with my brand is 3x what the normal person will buy. If I'm that person, what would I need to keep converting? What message would I need to feel special, right? How I would like to be treated by this brand. So after you do that exercise, then you want to decide what content you are going to send them, what personalized content you're going to send them. Maybe it is perks, maybe you're going to send them exclusive offers, maybe you're going to talk about advocacy prompts, right? So you get the gist. First, you define a segment, right? And then you think about the content this segment will need to convert, right? The content that the segment will need in order to convert. And after that, then, well, just design the email in Canva or Figma and schedule it to be sent on Klaviyo, and that's it, right? However, the most important part is the planning, right? Defining the audience and then defining the personalized content that we're gonna send them in order for them to convert, right? So combining these two pillars, segmentation plus tailor to the audience needs content, is what has allowed me to get multiple 5 and 6 figure campaigns for my clients on a regular basis. And here's some examples of campaigns, right? So for example, we have here Outward Nutrition, we have here Taylor Boutique, this is their email. We have here Mamba Watches, we have here Fission, we have Urban Retro. And these are some campaign examples that have generated, for example, $59,000 on a single email for my clients, $76,000 in one email for my clients, $8,000, $27,000, right? So basically, I'm not just showing you all of the results, and I'm not showing you the amazing designs that and emails that we get for our clients just to brag, but to show you that what I just taught you works, right? And that we are not doing all of that work just because of the sake of doing it, but because it is what it takes in order to succeed, right? In terms of email marketing in this new age, right? So, well, after planning your campaigns and after deploying your campaigns on a daily basis, then we move into the last and final step of this CADO strategy, which is optimization, right? So email and SMS marketing is not a set, it's not like a set it and forget it kind of a strategy. For this to actually work, you have to always be optimizing and getting better, right? And here are some key metrics that you have to always be optimizing for. So for campaigns, you should aim to at least send 12 campaigns per month. And in terms of metrics, this is where you want to be at. So open rates, you want them between 15% and 25%. Anything lower than 15% means either your subject lines are shitty as fuck, or your segmentate or your deliverability is fucked, or that maybe you are selling to a broad audience. And anything above 25% open rates means either your subject lines, you're killing it with your subject lines, or maybe your segments are too narrow, right? Then you want to have click rates between 1 and 2%, conversion rates of over 0.10% or 0.1%, and then revenue per recipient between 5 cents and $3, right? Now, for flows, you should always have open rates between 40% and 50%, click rates between 5% and up to 11% on some cases, conversion rates minimum above 1% throughout all of your emails, and revenue per recipient more than or $2 per recipient, right? So, well, other metrics that you also will want to look at are list growth, unsubscribe rate, spam complaint rate, and bounce rate. Those metrics, if you review them once a month, they will give you a good picture into your deliverability. Now, remember, always be testing. What's good can always be better, right? And you guys can set up great content captures, great flows, and send great campaigns. But if you guys are not optimizing your strategy at some point will die out, right? So you want to always be testing, always getting better, and making sure that you always get the most out of your email marketing strategy. Now, this is a training summary. If you capture leads, if you create email flows, if you send high converting email campaigns to your list, if you optimize constantly, believe me, 30 to 40 to 50 to even 60% of your sales are going to be attributed to email marketing, right? Which means you'll be more profitable, right? And this profitability will ultimately help you grow your brand and become an industry leader, right? So extremely important that you install the CADO strategy in your brand, right? In order for you to be more profitable and use those profits to reinvest and grow your brand and be an industry leader and achieve your goals, right? This is the cheat code. This is e-commerce cheat code. If you have this installed the right way into your brand, bro, you have no option but to succeed, right? I just show you the old way and the new way. If you don't move to the new way right now, someone else is gonna come and will eat your lunch. Okay. Now you have two options, right? After watching this training, you have two options. You can do this yourself, which is the option one, which is the hard way, because it could take you a long time to figure out a high converting pop up. You could struggle to create the content if you don't have enough experience. You could struggle with Klaviyo's technicality if you're not a seasoned email marketer. You could struggle to implement segmentation, which is really hard to pick up, right? You could struggle if you don't have sufficient copywriting skills. You could struggle if you don't have sufficient designing skills. You could struggle to optimize your flows and campaigns, right? You could struggle with your emails going to spam, right? So it's extremely challenging to line up all the pieces properly, right? You have to spin multiple plates. And if you've never done this before, there's a good chance you will fail or lose a ton of money and time trying to figure out all of this by yourself. Or you have option two, right? Which is working with us at Fourth Planet Media, right? And basically, what we'll do is we'll help you set up a strong email and SMS marketing strategy that will make you an extra 40% in sales month in and month out in less than 90 days or your money back, right? So again, this is for ecom founders who are doing great numbers in cold traffic, so over $50,000 per month, but haven't found a proven way to retain and generate more and more money out of their cold traffic and every new customer they get. Or if you're an ecom founder doing over $50,000 per month, but your email revenue is less than 30% of your total sales, right? And here are some case studies. So here we have some of our case studies, right? We have here New Anchor. We took them from 100K to almost 3 million, right? 2.8 million. Well, in record time, taking them from 2% of revenue attributed to Klaviyo to 43% of revenue attributed to Klaviyo thanks to our email marketing strategies. Then we have Avera, a Mexican brand. They sell electronics, and we took them from $23,000 per month to $332,000 per month out of Klaviyo, attributing 60% of their total brand revenue to our email marketing strategies. Also, we have Panties. In the last year, we made Panties over 4 million out of our email marketing strategies, attributing 30% of their total brand revenue. This is Boomba. We took them from $50,000 per month to $200,000 per month in less than 60 days. This Healing Rock, we took them from $25,000 to $210,000 in less than 90 days, attributing 40% of their total brand revenue. This is Super Squiggles. We took them from $15,000 per month to $16,000 per month, right? $116,000 per month, attributing 45% of their total brand revenue. And this is Torn Yellow. We took them from $57,000 per month to $113,000 per month, right? So, well, I could be here all day showing results, but, well, these are some of the ones I can show you. Now, remember, if you work with us at Fourth Planet Media, we're going to craft compelling content that converts, turn visitors into subscribers, and grow your money-making machine, aka your email list. We're going to turn abandoned carts into sales. We're going to get you thousands of free sales, right? We're going to increase and accelerate your customer lifetime value. We're going to retain and indoctrinate your customers. And, well, we're going to build an incredible and profitable e-com brand. In summary, we're going to print you money on demand using emails, right? Now, if you want me and my agency, Fourth Planet Media, establish a strong email marketing strategy for your business to get better or similar results to the ones I just showed previously, the next step is to audit your account, right? Your Klaviyo account, or your brand's email marketing with our 35-point retention audit, right? To find out if you're the right partner for us to work with, right? And basically, what the 35-point retention audit is a detailed checklist that unearths the most common mistakes holding brands back from scaling, as well as their biggest opportunities. Right? So this audit is completely free and doesn't involve us in any way. So there is literally no downside, but infinite upside. Right? Because we're gonna find your biggest opportunities, and we're also gonna find your biggest mistakes. So if we get rid of the mistakes and double down on your biggest opportunities, well, it means that just in one call, you'll be able to unlock your email marketing. You'll be able to make a lot of money out of just a free call, right? So as I said, this audit is completely free. It doesn't involve us in any way, right? But well, there's a literally infinite upside into taking this call. Actually, if you pull the trigger and book an audit with me, and at the end of the call you feel like you didn't get any value out of the call, then just let me know and I'll PayPal you $100. That's my promise, right? If you want to work with us, we audit your brand, and you feel like you didn't get any value out of the call, then you just let us know and we'll send you $100, right? So that's my promise. Now, go below this video and click in the button that says get an audit, right? You will be taken to a calendar scheduler where we'll make you some questions, and then it will take you to a booking page where you will be able to book a time with us that also suits your calendar. However, there's a warning here, right? And the warning is that we can only do 10 email marketing audits per month, right? Due to the quality of our work and how dedicated we are to our clients, we only have the time to book 10 audits per month. So I will highly encourage you to not wait until it is too late to schedule a call. Go right now below this video and click on the button that says get an audit to see if there's still a chance to talk with someone on the team. Now, before we go off this training, I just want to make a quick Q&A, right? So how does your pricing work, right? That's the most frequently asked question that I always get from people that are interested in working with us. So basically, we have a retainer plus revenue share structure that we tailor for each client. However, you gotta be prepared to spend at least $3,000 per month if you want our services. Now, is there a warranty? Yeah. If you don't see at least a 10% increase in revenue in the first 90 days, we offer a 100% money back guarantee, right? So we're going to refund you 100% of your money if you don't see at least a 10% increase in revenue from our email marketing strategies. Now, how long does it take to get my email revenue to 30%, right? Which is the hygiene standard that you should aim for, right? A 30% of your sales coming from email. So the fastest we've got a client to 30% is 15 days of working with us. So in the first 15 days, we managed to get the revenue to 30% from email. However, our longest period was a project that took 54 days to get to 30%. Now, do you have minimum contracts? Yes. To ensure the best results possible, we have a 3-month minimum contract for brands to enroll. And from there, we keep going month by month. Will this work for my e-commerce brand? Well, if you have products that are already selling and a well-structured paid ad strategy, and you don't have an optimized email marketing strategy in place yet, then this will 100% work for you. How much time does it require from me? That's one of the most frequently asked questions that I get. So literally, you just need 15 minutes to fill out our onboarding form, and from there is then after you fill out the onboarding form, that it will take you like 15 minutes. Then we will have a 30 minutes call to onboard you into our agency, and after that, like 15 minutes per week, right, for you to review the campaigns that we're gonna send and to approve them, right? So basically, 15 minutes to fill out the onboarding full form, 30 minutes in the onboarding call, and after that, 15 to 20 minutes per week. Now, this other question that I get asked a lot: could you work on performance basis only? Yes. If you guys are making over $150,000 per month, we can work on a performance base only, right? So we do work on a performance based only basis, but only if you guys are making over $150,000 per month. So go below this video and click to the button that says get an audit, and well, I'll see you in a call, right? So thank you for watching this training, and if you book the call, I'm very excited to talk to you. Bye bye.